Wanted to do something a little different this time, show you kind of backstage, show you the pin collection, and tell a couple stories about the pins and why they're important and what they meant to me as a cast member and to the job I did. Pins to me really, one of the reasons I love collecting pins is because many of them are memorable, symbolic. I don't know if that's the right word, of my time working at Disney and the type of job I did and what the purpose of the job was. Let me start off by telling when we first started collecting pins. We first started collecting and trading pins in 2001 when we took our kids to Disneyland for the very first time. Uh, we had just heard about this new thing called pin trading, and the company that we booked our vacation package with actually sent us our first lanyards and our first pins. And we thought, well, that's really cool. The kids were little, they could have fun with this. So we bought some cheap pins in the park and then we let them trade the pins. And they both actually still have their lanyards. Their Joseph's is up at his home and Amber's is packed somewhere. But they still have those very first pins that they traded for. Later on, when I began to work at Walt Disney World, I began to purchase the pins, and you can see I've got a few I'm trying to put away in my collection here, traders into my pinfolio and stuff. But the pins I bought at Walt Disney World, much of them are in here. They're spread all over. But they really kind of represent my time working at the park. So you've got my very first tour at the Magic Kingdom and my tour of Epcot. And a lot of them are actually holidays where I worked. And you can see I've got them put in. These are official Disney pin trading pages. Ooh, they actually don't make these anymore. And I desperately need some more. So I got to figure out another way to put pins in my binders safely. And then a lot of them I actually use baseball card pages to hold them. But if I worked on a holiday, I would buy a pin for that day. Walt Disney World did not give you the pins free. I wish they had. Disneyland supposedly did, but we had to buy our own at Walt Disney World. So I've got pins from all sorts of holidays I worked there, and you can just kind of see just how many. By the time I left working at Walt Disney World, I had somewhere around 400, 500 pins. And then in the last few years, as I've been up here in Missouri and started finding places to buy good pins, reliable ones online, and trade them online safely. And then when I was able to get back to Disney, yeah, it's gone up. My Disney pin collection now is sitting a little short of 1,000. I think it's like at 920 or some odd number like that. But the pins themselves are really they're memorable for me because of what I did at Disney and why I did it. And a good example of that would be these two sets. These are pins from the Year of a Million Dreams, which was, it started the first year I worked there and went for my first 2 years in there. Now, if you were guests in the park, they had something called the Dream Patrol, and they would actually walk around and randomly hand out prizes. They had a system that would tell them where to go, when to go, and what to hand out. And they had Mickey ears, which I never did get those. They had fast passes for the park, which I've got a couple of those put away that I got. You could not get these as a cast member working. If you were working and you tried to snag these, you were going to get in trouble. You were probably going to get fired. But if you were in the park as a guest, then you got them along with everybody else because they weren't checking IDs. So I was in the park with my kids a few times, and we got both sets of these. One year, I believe the first year was the gray set of Year of a Million Dreams, and then the second year was the blue. And so we've actually got both sets. But what I love about these pins is they're reminders of what our job was as cast members. It was really neat in the park as a guest. Hey, wow, free pins, free prizes. This is cool. And it made your day memorable. But that was the point for every cast member at Disney. Silver Dollar City emphasizes the same thing. They call it make memories worth repeating. At Disney, it was make dreams come true. It's something that I really wish the current management would go back and look at and remember what the point is, what made Disney special, because this is a great example of what makes Disney special as a park and what they're forgetting. You see, a cast member's job is safety, absolutely, to do your job. But one of the major things, if you go to the keys to the kingdom, safety is number one, courtesy is number two, show is number three, um, and efficiency is number four. And I know they've changed a little bit, but number two, courtesy. Make something worth repeating, make it memorable, make it good, do something special above and beyond. And this is a great example and a reminder of it, that we weren't supposed to just do our regular job, but that we were supposed to be making special memories for those guests. If we saw an opportunity to do something different, something special, something unique, something cool, we were supposed to do it. And Disney now is more like, yeah, let's just cut back on that. Let's short staff and let's not train our people and let's not give them the resources. And they don't have the opportunities to do what I did when I was at Disney. And that's kind of sad. I really think that they are missing a major opportunity there to bless the guests, to make it memorable. Instead, they're worried about cutting pennies, saving money. And you can even see that in things like the quality of the pins that are coming out now. I love my time at Disney. I love the opportunities that we were given. I wish they would do the same for current guests and cast members. But yeah, that is the pins. Um, and one of these times I'll go through and maybe I'll open up each book and let me know, what would you like to see. You can kind of see I've got them labeled. I've got princesses, cast pins, other parks, Walt Disney World sets, Paris. Some of these I got labeled because I just don't have enough room. But yes, the baseball card pages work well. This is other parks. So there's Silver Dollar City with a couple pages, and SeaWorld is in here and other stuff. So it's not just Disney pins anymore. It is all sorts of things. There's D23 membership sets there. There's some expensive pin sets there. And I've just got them from all over the place. So when I went to Paris a few years ago, you can see I recycle my folders. These are pins I actually traded for in Paris. Paris does things a little different too. If you see a limited edition on the board, you have to trade a limited edition to get it. You can't trade just any old pin. I thought that was very interesting. Pins that I actually got from somebody else that their mother had passed away and had all these Disney pins and like, I don't want them. And it was a friend of mine. So I made him a deal. He didn't charge me what he could have, and I told him that. But Disney Shanghai opening and all sorts of other stuff. But yeah, a lot of these have memories with them. But let me know what you would like to see, what you would like to know. If you want me to do pin videos, what do you want to see in them? And I'd be happy to share. I hope you found this interesting and enjoyable. A little different, I know. Not my typical deal. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering too, this is all the brochures and stuff that y'all send me in fan mail. In fact, this whole drawer is all fan mail. So when you guys send me mail and those letters and notes, it's all here. I keep it all. It's that part's wonderful. But all those maps and brochures are there. You can see I've got a stack to add. And we're gradually getting everything put back in place. So let me know if you're interested in the collection and what you would like to see and what questions you have. As far as remember favorites, don't. What's your favorite brochure? Now, there's thousands in here. You ain't going to be able to get one or park map. But if there's something you would like to know or see about the pins or the brochures, let me know. I would love to hear it shared in the comments below. Thank you to my patrons and my supporters and my fans who've sent a lot of this to me. A lot of these pins, yes, I bought, but there's a lot there that have been sent to me as gifts by viewers, which really, honestly, those get a special place, and I keep track of those. I do actually have a ledger on who sent me what pin, because the memory doesn't always remember. But I'd love to know what you think about it. So let me know what you want to see. And thank you guys, those who have sent stuff. and my patrons for supporting my bad habits when I'm on the road. I really do appreciate it. If you want to know more about any of that, please check the description below. There's a lot of information there as well. Thank you so incredibly much for watching. Hope you found this enjoyable, even if a bit different. God bless. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to know about my merchandise and fan pages and more, be sure to check the description below. If you'd like to know whenever I've got a new video posted up, make sure you hit that button right up there and subscribe. If you want to see another of my videos right now, well, I've got a great one for you right here. And if you'd like to be like these wonderful people here and support me financially on Patreon, well, make sure you check that link right there. There's all sorts of perks and benefits. Thank you so much, and God bless.